Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jordan. If you're new here, hi, welcome, hey. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. Okay, today we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna do the whole thing on camera, I think. I don't have that much time, but it's okay because I actually know what I'm gonna do for once. I'm gonna do a like classic look. We're gonna use kind of like whites or light nudes and then a smoked out corner. It's gonna be cute, it's gonna be easy enough. I have my eyebrows on. All I did for brows was this Rare Beauty. Oh, I have a real camera now, so I have to figure out how I'm gonna get stuff to like focus. I can't see that far. Is that focused? Oh, there it goes. I just used this Rare Beauty Brow Harmony. On one side, it is a pencil with my hair on it. And on the other side, it's a little mascara. I'm gonna start with this e.l.f. Camo Concealer to prime the eyes. This is in medium neutral. And I'm just gonna use this sponge to blend that in real quick. I don't usually set my eyes, but I'm gonna try and set them because I feel like it's just gonna make everything a lot easier. I'm gonna set my eyes with this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 110. This is shade Porcelain. And I'm just gonna take a big brush like this. Double check I don't have creases already. So I'm just gonna dab that all over. There doesn't need to be precision because it's just a fair like light nude. All right, and then I'm gonna grab this Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I keep thinking that I have like a ton of nudes, but I feel like I don't. So I think I'm gonna have to buy a new palette. I'm gonna take this brush here to start. So I'm gonna start with this one here. Tap it off a bit. I'm gonna start at the corner of my eye and just stamp it and lightly pat it inward. I'm gonna do kind of a C shape, not too much. I'm going like on the crease. I'm gonna blend this right above the crease later. This palette's so good. These colors really are like a very good formula. For some reason, I find that the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette is like the best quality. I have other Morphe palettes, but I don't know. This one, the formula of the shadows is so much better. It's just elite. This is like, I'm awkwardly crossed here. I got a new camera, you guys. Well, it was a gift anyways. My sister gave it to me, but I hope that you can see the quality. So I just went right above the crease here with this dark brown to kind of like, I'm sick of hearing myself say it, but I went above the crease on the outer corner here to make myself have a lifted eye look. I never don't do a lifted eye look, and I'm gonna fight myself to not like buff this outward, you know, and do that thing that I usually do because I don't want to. I need to try something different. I need to diversify. I'm gonna take this brush. This is definitely from Amazon. It's a Zorea brush. It's kind of just like a fluffy. I'm just gonna blend this that I already have here a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with this lighter brown here. Clearly this one has been loved. We've hit the pan and I just dabbed off the excess, and I'm just gonna pat this kind of right along the line of where I had that other darker brown, and then very softly kind of start to blend that. Okay, and then I'm just really, really gently and softly bringing this in above my crease about like halfway. So like mid eye point right here. All right, and then I'm gonna take just a blending brush. There's no product on this. I'm just gonna use whatever is already on my eyeballs. And I'm using a really soft hand here, swiping back and forth in the center of the eye and then doing circular motions out here. And then just going back in with that other brush that we used for the dark brown to make sure there's no harsh edges here. It's just a matter of like going back and forth with your brushes with more product or wiping off the product. You see how that lifted the eye right up? Do I look even? I can't see. I'm gonna stop with that palette because it doesn't have a wide enough color that I'm looking for. I'm gonna grab this W7 palette. These are super affordable palettes, and look how cute, okay? I think it's supposed to be like a Too Faced. I think it's Too Faced. I think it's supposed to be like a Too Faced knockoff. They have a bunch of really pretty palettes, and the formula is actually really nice in them, but I'm gonna go in with this lightweight shade here, and look, it has a little mirror in it, so you can say, hi. and it's lightweight. I love a palette that has beautiful packaging and is extra and durable and all that and stuff. But I also really, really value a palette that's super lightweight because I travel often and I'm not trying to carry around, like lug around super heavy palettes. It's a nuisance. I'm going to use this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. It's a C shape. I'm going into this powder here and just dabbing off the excess because it is a bit powdery. I do have a little bit of creasing on the inner corner here, but it's not as bad because that powder is on there, that matte and poreless powder. Right, so I'm going to dab this on the inner corner here. There doesn't need to be much precision. I'm going above the crease. I think that palette is like $7 or something. I'm not saying it's the best eyeshadow in the world, but the packaging is nice and it's extremely affordable, and they have a really nice range of colors if you're on a budget and looking for like a cute palette, you know? So I don't know if you can find a bunch of W7 stuff in stores, but it could be worth it to order online too. Because I feel like finding good eyeshadows in the drugstore can be difficult, you know? Maybe that's just me. All right, I'm gonna take another brush that doesn't have a name. This is like kind of a fluffy angle brush here and go in with another brown to kind of blend these together. So I'm gonna go in with this one, I think. I'm gonna really lightly go in the inner corner here, or the outer corner here. Yeah, that was a nice way to just kind of marry those colors together. Do you kind of see the difference? Just looks a lot smoother. And I'm doing that with like a really soft hand. Kind of a C shape, not quite, but I do like to leave like this upper bit of the lid a little bit lighter. I don't know, it just creates a nice dimension. Okay, nice. And then I don't know what I want to do for the bottom here. I feel like I kind of have to smoke it out a little bit. I don't want it to be too big. I hate saying this because I don't know how to say it. That's what she looks like. That's a little Japanesque. I don't know how to say it, you guys. Someone please tell me. Please, I'm begging you. I asked someone to write in the comments and no one had. But anyways, I'm going to go in with that first darker brown. I don't want the bottom lash line to be too loud. Obviously a bit of a smoky eye, but I don't want to look too intense right now. I don't think I'll do much more than that. I took it in like 3/4 of the way, I would say. It just depends on your eye shape, how far you want to take it in. So I'm getting right on the waterline here and then just right on the lash line as well. I love this so far. So like pretty and simple, you know? Simple but not boring, you know? Classic, if you will. That's what it is. Classic, not simple. I'm going to go with that lighter color, like the lightest brown that we used, just to blend down here a tiny bit. Beautiful. I think that's kind of all I'm going to do for the eye. I'm going to put on some mascara. I was thinking about doing eyeliner, but I think this is enough. I just gave myself a lash lift, which you can go check out on my Instagram. So we'll see how putting on lashes goes, because these inner lashes are so curled. I think I'll just do a half lash. So I just kind of focus on the inner corner lashes here, not inner corner, like the first half of my lashes here when I'm doing a half lash, and then I just put enough out here for the false lashes to blend. But look at this. Can you see how lifted my lashes are? Normally my lashes go totally straight, you can't tell. Go check out my video on Instagram because the difference, it's so cool. For skin, I already put a bit of foundation on my forehead, and I'm gonna go in with this Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in shade, no, I'm sorry, this is a Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. I'm a little bit nervous to use this because I feel like it's going to be a little too dewy, but I want this darkness right now. I need to like darken up my face a bit because I want to feel tan. This is like the darkest foundation I have. I didn't necessarily want to go for like a dewy look today, but it is what it is. So I'm going to do that and then kind of bring it down my neck and right onto my ears. And then I'm going to use a bit more of this e.l.f. Camo Concealer because this is nice and light and I want to do like a bright, not bright under eye because that's not really my vibe. I've said before it kind of makes me look gray when I try and do a bright under eye, but I want to do a bright like center of the face. But I actually do need a bit more coverage under my eye, so I'm going to use this Juvia's Place I Am Magic, and this is in shade 18. And this is a concealer. Don't be fooled by the massive bottle. This is definitely my favorite concealer right now. And it's definitely affordable. I don't want to call it drugstore because I've never seen it in a drugstore, but you can get it in Ulta on like in that area that's like more affordable, you know, where most of the drugstore stuff is. You can find like ColourPop and stuff in that area. So I'm just going to try and keep that lighter color on the sides of my nose here, and then right in this like little smile line corner. And this is a great way to kind of tidy up this outer corner too. That is definitely dewy, that foundation. I'm scared. For setting spray, I'm going to use some of this Benefit Matte and Poreless Super Setter. And I'm just going to dab one more time to really get all those liquid products set in there. I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Pro Concealer in an Espresso for my contour. And add a little here. I'm going to have like bangs down, I think, so I don't really need to focus on that. I'm going to do a little circle here to make myself a little button nose. And don't forget, your nose contour will probably definitely look different than mine if you have a different nose shape than mine. So just remember that contour is used to kind of like create shadows, or that's not kind of, it's 100% used to create shadows. And I'm going to bring this nose contour right under my eye here, and look how that kind of glides right up, lines right up with that eyeshadow. Perfection. And I'm just using like a semi-rounded fluffy brush that doesn't have a name on it. I probably should have done my nose first and then applied the rest of the product, or vice versa, like done the rest of my face and then did my nose, but I'm in too deep. It's already done. I'm definitely gonna need to wet this because I've left it on for too long. Then I'm gonna grab this Zorea blending brush. This is Ultimate Blending 865. And these are from Amazon. I might have put a little too much of that on. It might look that I'm like zigzagging. I'm not. I'm like pressing and swiping up, pressing and swiping up. Shit, I left that on there way too long. It's still blending, but I'm having to be like pretty aggressive. Try and make sure you're doing your liquid products before you set things with powder. That's pretty damn cut. It looks a little intense on camera though. Actually, it looks very intense on camera. Does it look that intense in real life? Nah, it looks alright. Alright, I am going to go in with a little bit more concealer because I pushed things around a bit. It looks like I'm wearing blush already because I just had to be so aggressive with that blending, but it's fine. So I'm going to apply a little bit more concealer and then kind of cut the cheek here. While I'm here with this sponge, I'm just going to squeeze the sponge a bit like this and then just dab down the side of the nose. Okay, phew, that took a long time. I am fearful of going over this with powder, so I'm just going to use a brush that I normally use for contour powder, but I'm not going to add any product, just whatever's kind of already on here from whenever I used it before. I'm just going to go over these contour spots because I really don't need to add any more darkness. So I'm going to go under my eyes here and just make sure I don't have any creases real quick. And then along my smile lines. Actually, I'm going to spray one more time. You heard me. Third time. Just kind of make sure that's pressed in everywhere. I'm going to take my little puffer. There's only a tiny bit in the cap here. And I'm just going to grab that and go beside my nose here, down the smile line. And then I'm going to get just the center of my face, so like my forehead, where I have a lot of movement, which is like around my mouth. And then the excess I'll just go down the side of my nose. So I'm going to grab this, what is this? Revlon Tickled Pink. What's this brush? I don't know, it's an e.l.f. brush. I've had it for so long that it's just, the name is no longer there. And I'm going to go like at a diagonal here, applying this, so I can keep my face looking lifted. And I'm going to bring it just above the temple, or right on the temple there. And I'll probably do a second layer because I like to overdose on blush. Yes, give me more. We're going to do a second layer to build this up a bit. And I'm not going on like the ball of the cheek right here because that's going to make my face look rounded. Oh no, I can hear Mike coming up to see if I'm ready yet, and I'm not. Howdy.
Are we ever leaving?
What time is it?
4:15.
Okay, give me 15 minutes. Alright, I'm going to finish off the nose with this LA Colors Neon Gel Liner in Flash White. And I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose here, just like at the top of the bridge. And then I'm going to do a little oval kind of shape here. Oh shit, I put powder on my nose. Oh, I forgot. And then just using like the heat of my finger, I'm going to blend this in. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with this Primark matte lipstick. This is in shade Thrillseeker. I just put that all over. I didn't really care about the lip line too much because I'm going to go with this NYX Suede matte lip liner. I'm going to overline a bit. I hate that I can't not be the hunchback when I do this, when I do any makeup. I'm going to kind of buff that in with the pencil. And then I'm just going to dab this in. And voila! And then these are the lashes that I'm going to use. I'm going to do this off camera, but I'm going to use my little lash tool. I will link them down below. But I'm going to cut these. I guess I'll show you. I always cut on the outer corner. And don't take off too much, because you can always make them smaller if they're still too long for a half lash, but you can't make them longer, and those are perfectly even. So I'm gonna use some duo glue and my little lash tool. I did my hair real quick, my lashes are on, and this is the final look, you guys. I love this, such a classic. I feel like I haven't done something that are just like nudes and simple, but like still outstanding, you know? But that's it, you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, make sure you follow me on social so you know when I post stuff like this, and thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end. I love you so much. You are the best. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Palette, because it doesn't have the, I think an eyelash just flew up. Like I'm a fraudster, pretty much is what I'm saying. Oh my god, I need to blow my nose, but I can't, so I'm just gonna pick my nose with the Q-tip. Is that gross? And then I'm gonna grab, and then I'm every time. Oh my god. Jeepers. I like to overdose.